Amen. So, happiness. Really? We're going to talk about happiness. All right, it's very simple. We are now concluding this talk. We've been having it for several weeks now on what? Anyone remember? Philippians. Now we're going to conclude with Philippians 4, chapter 4. I'm excited because I get to have the punchline on all things could what? We could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. But, however, that is just one punch. I believe that Ephesians has many. We're going to go through it in a deeper manner. But starting off, it's very simple, okay? Very simple talk. We're not going to go that. It's just 1, 2, 3. What does happiness mean, okay? Now, researcher Robert Holden conducted a survey and said that 65% of people out of 100 choose happiness over death, okay? They choose happiness. They say, you know what? Over health, sorry. They prefer to die. Yeah, I would choose happiness over death. Death, happiness, yeah, over health. But health, I mean, just imagine, okay? Imagine you're like, I preferred having fever, amputate my leg, I don't care for health, give me happiness. As long as I'm happy, give it to me, okay? They realize that they're both correlated, and now knowing that we're Adventists, we know that, we have the correlation between all four, which is interrelated health, which is the social, spiritual, mental, physical aspect, and that's a balance of health and ultimately, what? Happiness. But if we're seeing that people are willing to sacrifice their health in order to be happy, wow, what does happiness mean for starters? What does it mean? Does anyone know? We all want it. Happiness means tacos on Valentine's Day. Tacos Tuesday, or just tacos. I don't know. What does happiness mean? Pizza. Does it mean romantic dîner for two, and knowing that you just ate it all by yourself? Maybe happiness just means food for me. I don't know. But happiness, contentment, pleasure, contentedness, satisfaction. Is this happiness? The reason I put this is because a lot of people, when you ask what happiness is smiling, is laughter, it's joy. That's cinnamon rolls. It really is food for me. Okay, synonyms. Okay, so her eyes shone with happiness. What is happiness? We all want it. I'm sorry. I'm going around this little circle. Oh, just kidding. So in the Bible it says, depending on the translation, the Bible uses happiness or happy about 30 times, okay? Now, joy and rejoice, it uses it about 300 times. We still don't know what it is, but it's right here in the Bible. All we have to do is open it. Joy, happiness, gladness involving an emotion of pleasure. It is a state of being, okay? In Jeremiah 31:13, it says, I will turn your mourning, not morning as in morning, afternoon, evening, no, mourning, okay, mourning into gladness. I'll turn it into gladness. I will give you comfort instead of joy. Now imagine this. I will trade it in. Now I could just imagine a girl, I'm not stereotyping, but just imagine. I could do it. A child, an old man, it doesn't matter. But let's just picture a girl, walking into a store, and she goes, to customer service. We all know this type of scenario. She's like, excuse me, sir, I just want to exchange this sadness, this sorrow. It's kind of just heavy. I didn't expect it. I did purchase it, but, it just doesn't go with my outfit. Can you change it? And, the guy's like, do you have a receipt, ma'am? And she's like, I actually don't have a receipt. I do, however, have this little piece of paper, and it has a signature, and it says I can change it, so here you go. And they go, customer service, I hope it's not a coupon or whatever. Okay, fine. So he looks it up, and he opens it, and he's like, oh, yes, but of course. This has a signature of Jesus. This is the store manager, owner of everything. Yes, please, stat, everyone, just give her happiness. Just give me the sorrow, and thank you very much. She's on her way. Now, we have this paper signed. Now, what does it look like? We don't know. Why? One, we don't really open the Bible. Two, it is the 30-day Bible challenge right now going on. And if you don't find joy in that, and you're missing out on that opportunity, that's kind of sad. But a lot of people are like, you know what? I try looking at the Bible. It's a little bit, confusing. It's complex. I don't find happiness. I actually don't. Okay, fine. Well, what's your excuse of not being happy? You don't want to go to the source. And in the internet, it has 834 million sites on happiness. You would think that at least you would find something there too, right? We got books on happiness, movies on happiness. We got songs on happiness, steps for happiness, tips for happiness. We got happy food, happy stuff that shouldn't even be there. Don't click on it. But you got a lot of stuff in the internet, okay, on happiness. And you would say that, wow, it's redundant. And actually, I wasn't going to talk about this. Now, I guess I will. Now, in the upper room, they said, there's stuff that, are said here, and I don't know, we want new stuff. We want, it's slightly redundant. And I didn't take offense to it. Okay. Now, if I didn't, I hope you guys don't take offense to this. Because happiness does sound a bit like, dude, we're all searching for happiness. Why are you going to talk about happiness? Here's the thing. Now, we were talking about it in a group, actually, and we were all mentioning it, and we're like, it's like seeing someone with his shoes untied, and be like, hey, tie your shoes. You're going to walk away. You come, hey, by the way, you might trip if you have your shoes untied. And you go, and you're like, hey, you ever heard about the little, it goes around a loop, and then you tie it, and you go, and they're like, hey, just stop. I know, you're being redundant. I know, I apologize, but you're not tying your shoe. Now, if you come here in the upper room and you think that, oh, we've heard this before. Yes, I've heard it too since I'm little. Why are you not happy, though? Why do we got to keep repeating the simple steps to happiness and give you the guideline, and you, by not opening it, take a fall and say, no, church is not interesting. No, I'm sorry, God is old. All right. So we're going to start with Philippians. Now, Philippians, it's simple. Chapter 4, it's great. It has a punchline. It has everything step by step to how to be happy. Now, my mom is a psychologist, and trust me, she uses this as step to step of counseling people, no matter what level or degree of trouble they are in. It could be marital problems. It could be, now trust me, my mom is an easy cookie, okay? She's not one of those psychologists that, oh, that guy hit you with a lamp. I'm sorry, how did that make you feel? Are you okay? Would it feel you more empowered if you got hit by a woman with a lamp? No. My mom's going to give you like the steps of Philippians, okay? I think I got it from my mom. I give it to you straight. I'm sorry. But here it is. Now, in Interrelational Health, our wellness center that we have, we deal with a lot of these things, and we try to follow this as best as possible. Now, I, on the other hand, handle more of the side of urine analysis. I've explained this before. Now, I had this lady. She came in. I never met her before. She did the urine analysis. I basically check her pee. So I checked, and her pH levels were off a little more acidic. Now, that's going to help, not help her absorption of certain minerals. Now, this is going to be really complex. I'm going to drop it really fast. You don't have to learn it. There's no tests at the end. There are tests on other stuff that I'm going to say, but not right now. Okay, so here's the thing. Mineral deficiency. She's not absorbing what? Copper, magnesium, calcium, zinc, selenium, you name it. There's several minerals that are not being absorbed. Now, by this happening, she doesn't have a good development of hormones, which is serotonin and dopamine, which should make you happy. She's not getting those, boom, what happens? Not that happy, okay? Now, because she's not so happy, she gets stress. She gets cortisol, which cortisol is a stress hormone. That elevates what? Not so happy. Cortisol inhibits the hormone of sleeping, melatonin. She's not sleeping, and if she does, she's not exactly resting. What happens? Not so happy. Okay, because she's not so happy, she doesn't go outside. She doesn't see that much of the sun. The sunlight doesn't transform cholesterol into vitamin D. What happens? Not so happy. So this woman has 5 different reasons, I've never met her before, of not being so happy. Now, when she comes in, I ask her, I'm like, are you okay? She starts crying, okay? This woman loses it. I have no idea her life, and maybe her life isn't that peachy. It's not that great. But physiologically, she doesn't have the response to fight whatever her life is. We don't take care of our bodies. We don't take care of our lifestyle. And how do we expect to actually achieve happiness? Now, this is at a different level, but it is a cycle that we could see. Now, how many times happy and happiness was mentioned in the Bible? Huh? 30? That's correct. I hope I don't hit anyone. You ready, Catch? I think you're ready. You have a plate. You catch it. Oh, good catch. Oh, it's NFL Super Bowl coming soon. We got an awesome player up here. All right, so better pay attention. This might happen, may or may not happen during the talk. All right, so where'd the clicker go? Here. How many times joy and rejoice was mentioned in the Bible? Yes. Who said it? Ooh, this is a hard one. Ready? Good catch. All right. So, moving on. Philippians, rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. Now, mind you, this is Paul talking. Mind you, a little bit of background story on this. He is saying this during his time in jail, okay? Nero burned the city. He blamed the Christians, and then Christians take the fall, and now the city's no longer being burned, but is being illuminated. The city is illuminated by the bodies being burnt, by Christians being burnt at sticks. Now imagine king, there's a shortage, there's a light shortage, poof, goes darkness. And all of a sudden you're like, wow, there's light, I'm gonna walk down the streets, and their bodies burning. Some of them are your friends, some of them are your family members, okay? And during this time, he's in solitary confinement, in jail, in the darkest hole you can imagine. This is not like your movies, like, oh, I'm gonna put you in solitary confinement. It looks like a little room, you have a little toilet there. No, this is poor hygiene. This is really bad. And he didn't say, rejoice, okay? God is good, rejoice. No. He says, rejoice in the Lord always. Again, just in case you think I made a mistake, like, oh, rejoice. And then you look around like, you know what? No, I take that back. No, he says, again, I say, rejoice. Okay, he's making sure that you know, rejoice, okay? Step one, happiness is not circumstantial. Step one, okay? Happiness is not circumstantial. We have this syndrome of and then syndrome. It's when I graduate, then I'll be happy. When I, get in a relationship, then I'll be happy. When I break up in a relationship, then I'll be happy. You have all this and then syndrome, and then I'll be happy. Happiness is not circumstantial. You're either happy all the time, no matter what's happening, or happiness is just, oh, well, I'm happy, when they give me food, then I'm happy. Not I'm hangry, and then everyone has to suffer because of it, okay? So, what is step one? Happiness is not, almost died. Happiness is not circumstantial. All right, Philippians 4:5. Let your gentleness be known to all men. The Lord is at hand. Now, in the Bible times, of course, he's not being sexist and say, let your gentleness be known to all men, not women, not children, just men. No, in Bible times, they were generalizing this in a form to everyone, okay? Gentleness be known to everyone. Does anyone have a clue where I'm going with this? Helping, giving, gentleness triggers the release of oxytocin, which is a hormone which counteracts the effects of cortisol, which we just mentioned, that's just stress. Wow, being gentle to someone, relaxes, it brings down stress. Also works as an anti-inflammatory. Now, I could be talking about this at a cellular level, molecular level, and it could go on, but let's just say being nice is nice. It's nice for your body, it's nice for your head. It's one of the oldest neurochemicals in the brain that affects the brain and the body. Why wouldn't we do it? And we say, oh, I'm nice, but are you nice always? To everyone? See, happiness is congruent. That's step two, okay? Happiness is congruent. It's not whenever you feel like it. It's not selective. Our verse says, James 1:6, it says, a double-minded man is unstable in all ways. Now, granted, you are going to treat a gentleness according to certain people. You're not going to treat the same gentleness, hello, gaga, to a 5-year-old and do the same thing to a 95-year-old because that would be incongruent. But the congruency is the principles at hand. Your principles cannot change according to the person you're dealing with. Your morals cannot change. That is not circumstantial. The person you're dealing with is. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Congruency. Happiness is congruent. Talk about who is unstable. James 1:6 talks about who is unstable? A double-minded man is unstable. Ready? Good catch. So, don't be double-minded. Philippians 4:6. This one's nice. I like this one. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplications, with thanksgiving, let your requests be known in God. Now, you get many things by this verse, but something that I like, something that I enjoy is be anxious. If we stop there, that would terrify everyone. Be anxious for nothing. Now, growing up, I adopted this verse, and maybe I took it a step too far, but I wasn't scared of anything. And heights, I would jump from building to building. I would do a whole bunch of stuff because my dad took me and he's like, aren't you scared? I'm like, no. Fear is blasphemy. Now, I was using the wrong connotation because that's not blasphemy, but I was saying, what I was trying to say is that fear is a contradiction of your faith. Every Christian says, oh, you must trust in God, and God, it takes care of everything, and God is in control, and everything's in God's hand. And then you're scared of everything. I don't know, what about my plans? What if it doesn't work out? What is this? And you're scared of everything. Now, how can you have faith and say God is in control of everything, but you're scared of everything at the same time? Isn't that a contradiction? Happiness is not going to take you that far if you trust in God. Now, mind you, this whole suggestions, this whole guideline of happiness, take God out of the equation and you want to follow this, you want an atheist to follow this, they're still going to find happiness. They will get so far and they will plateau, this is true, because only a higher level will be achieved by God. But if you want to take this and people, that's the sad part. People out there, the Buddhist, New Age, all these people that meditate and they're not anxious and they're gentle and kind to other people, they're achieving it. And we that have this guideline and could actually exceed that with God, we're choosing not to. And we're not finding happiness. Happiness is letting go. That's part of the anxiousness. Okay, you're anxious, let go. Let go of a relationship that's not good. Let go of an addiction you have. Let go of thoughts. Let it go. Let it go. No, I'm just kidding. No, okay, that started. Okay, so 1 Peter 5:7 says, cast all your anxiety on him because he cares. Cast your anxieties on him because he cares. We've been through this before and we mentioned it, but what does that actually look like? Can you do that? Can you actually let it go? There's a part 2 to actually letting go, okay? But 3, happiness is letting go. Okay, moving on. Philippians 4:7 says, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and minds through Christ Jesus. Now, a lot of people let go, but they're not at peace. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, what happens is you let go of a relationship or anything. You let go, and then people are like, how'd you let go? How'd you do this? And you're nervous. What are they going to say? What are they going to think? And you're all uptight. You let go, but did you? Are you at peace with a decision? If you truly trust God and God gave you beyond any understanding and he took you there, be at peace. Why suffer? Be okay with that understanding and guard your heart. That is where actually it takes place. Because happiness is having peace. A lot of people let go, but they don't have peace. They're not okay with that. And what happens is a lot of people let go. Have you ever seen this? People let go. I had a friend who was addicted to gum. I was like, okay, no more addiction to gum. So he took out gum, and then he was addicted to chapstick, and he used chapstick. He took out chapstick, he was addicted to. So people let go of something just to grab on something else. And they're like, but I let go of the other thing. But they're not at peace. They're constantly trying to hold on to something else. Moving on. Now, this is simple. Like I said, we're not going to make it complex. Step 1, 2, 3. Philippians 4:8. Finally, brethren, whatever things are true. Now, honestly, I could just drop the mic right here with this one, okay? Whatever things are true, whatever things are noble, whatever things are just, whatever things are pure, whatever things are lovely, whatever things are good, report if there is any virtue, and if there is, and it continues. But, okay, whatever it is, hold on to that. Drop mic. Go walk away, okay? What does that mean exactly, though? Happiness is seeking happiness. Oh, man, it sounds so, redundant. It sounds so dumb. Really? Happiness seeking happiness? Happiness is seeking things that make me happy. Eating good foods, good relationship, good friends, good music, good movies. Brethren, come on. Basically, I could see Paul saying this, okay? In layman's terms, bro. Brethren, basically. Bro, come on. You want to be happy? You're listening to that junk? You watching that movies? You going to be happy? 1 + 1 = 2, bro. Bro, come on. Whatever. He's saying whatever things are noble. Whatever, man. Whatever it is, look for it, okay? It's simple. Why can't we follow it? Why do we choose the friends that we do? And you say, you know what? I'm happy with the music I listen to. I'm happy with the movies that I watch. You shouldn't be. And if it is, it's going to be temporary, and it ain't going to last. Because everything that you're putting in your head is going to come out in one way or the other. I actually don't know this verse in Spanish. In English, I know it's in Spanish. De sus frutos os conoceráis. Now, a literal translation means, by their fruits you shall know them. And whatever you put, it will come out. And you can't put in a seed in the ground of a mango tree and expect it to be a peach. So don't plant something that's rotten and expect it to be healthy, nice, and happy-go-lucky happiness. It's not going to happen. Happiness is seeking happiness, planting the right seed, going in the right direction, and connecting with the right things. Philippians 4:9, carrying on. The things which you learned and received and heard and saw in me, these do, and the God of peace will be with you. Now, I've mentioned this before. B comes before do. Now, A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. B comes before the D, okay? Oftentimes, we want to do things and act and do things that have to do with peace, but you don't have it inside. What happens is we're going to go back to incongruency. You're not congruent. We're going to go back to everything. You're not planting the right seed, and everything that comes out is not going to be there. What is step 7? Ooh, who was paying attention? Huh? What? Oh, I haven't said it yet. Thank you very much. Someone was paying attention. I actually got confused. I'm like, well, what's step 7? Oh, wait, it's inside. I don't even know. All right, here we go. Ready? Double catch. 2 in a row. Nice. All right, step 7. We haven't gotten there yet. Good call. Philippians 4:10. But I rejoice in the Lord greatly, that now at last your care for me has flourished again, though you surely did care, but you lack opportunity. Oh, guys, this one's a punch. I'm telling you, it's simple, but it's powerful. If you miss this one, you're missing a lot. But you lacked opportunity. A lot of people think, oh, I'm focusing on rejoice. Oh, I'm focusing on flourishing again. I'm focusing on care. No, focusing on the wrong spot. Focus on, but you lacked opportunity, okay? Create opportunities to make happy, to be happy, and make others happy. Now, here's the thing. NFL's coming, right? Big game. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, that's why they didn't draft me, too clumsy. But here's the thing. A guy who's playing constantly in a game, it's like, bro, you never passed me the ball. Why you never pass me the ball? And then you replay the whole video of why they didn't pass him the ball. Imagine, ready, hey, they go, and he's running, and, there's 30,000 people surrounding him. I'm exaggerating. But the whole enemy line is surrounding this guy. And he's like, come on, pass it to me, pass it to me. And, this other guy who, and he's free, he's open, he gets the ball, right? That's not fair. Why are you giving it to him? Did you create an opportunity to receive happiness? Someone said because he's better. Can't we be better? If you can't create a scenario to receive happiness in your life, I'm sorry, I don't think you really deserve it. God, give me happiness. I'm open. You're surrounded by all the junk in your life. Ooh, pass interception. Make sense? God's throwing you ball after ball after ball. It's being intercepted by all the stuff that you put in front of it, that you allow to be in front of you because you are not available. You have not set that opportunity. No touchdowns today. Wow. Create an opportunity. See, I mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again because for me, actually, it changed a lot of how I view things in life. There's a guy who wrote a note, and he said, I'm going to commit suicide, and if someone smiles at me from here to the bridge, I will not jump. And he said, if I walk from here to there, and someone smiles at me, I won't jump. And they found that note, meaning not a single person smiled. Are you kidding me? This is a true scenario that is happening today. If that does not inspire you to walk around smiling at people, I don't know what will. The fact that you can save someone's life with a smile, the fact that someone might save your life with a smile, and we're not achieving it, and then we have the audacity to complain and say, well, God just doesn't throw me the ball. What is step 6? We went through 7. Do before. Man, someone's paying attention. All right. I threw trick questions over here. As we did 6, 7. We got good catchers over here. We definitely got to play flag football. soon. Philippians 4:13. Now this is the culmination. This is the apex of this. And everyone wants to use this as the whole entire construct of happiness. It's not. It really isn't. It was the crescendo, and it ends with this. But if you miss out on all the previous steps, it's basically, this is what happens. It's like basically studying for the test and then reaching this. I could do all things. That makes sense. But if you don't study and you didn't do the pass and you're not gentle and you're not congruent, and then you say, I'm going to pass this test, Lord help me, and you flunk. And then you're like, but he promised that I could do all things through Christ that strengthens me. If we do not follow the steps and then blame God, wait, you promised. If we follow the steps and smile, it takes a smile. It takes just the right choices in one day. There's a phrase that says, take care of today and tomorrow will take care of itself. That's what it takes. Now, there's someone who was going through a hard time and he's like, dude, it's just so hard. I mean, how do you think of all these things of the movies and the music and that? That's hard, man. Doesn't your head like hurt? It does. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's difficult. But does it compare to the difficulty and the pain of not following that? In a bad relationship, a bad friendship, and a bad environment, and the outcome that will take you to, it's not comparable. I'd rather this pain and this suffering and me just putting on my seatbelt and locking it down and say, all right, I'm going to lock this one down, because other that pain of knowing that I'm going to achieve something versus me not achieving it, that's just an unbearable pain that I would have a hard time looking myself in the mirror after. Yes, you could do all things in Christ that strengthens you. It's true. We ask and we want happiness. Here it is. I hope and I pray that leaving here, we can follow that. Simple 1, 2, 3. And once we achieve it and we could do all things, great things are going to happen. And that's what we're meant to be. We're meant for a lot more. We die for a lot less, but it doesn't have to be that way. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, thank you for this day, this opportunity. May we open our eyes and realize that we could be free. We could have that opportunity getting away from the enemy, and you could pass us that ball of happiness, and we could score a touchdown and winning this war, this battle. May we be conscientious and know that there is a battle and that we are the key players, Lord. We are set in your image, and we can make the difference, that we can make others happy just as much as being happy ourselves if we only choose to follow the directions that you came on this earth to show us that it is possible. That you were kind no matter the denomination. You were gentle no matter the sex, gender, or age, Lord. You were congruent. You had peace. And you let go despite the hurt and the pain that men, the unbelievers that believed in you, spat on your face, Lord. You let it go, and you showed us that no matter what pain we're going through, it's not compared. And you bared our sin because of it, Lord. May we be able to reach such peace and love and happiness until we get reunited once again. In Jesus we pray.